What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so one of the most storied franchises in the history of the NBA is none other than the Boston Celtics. The Celtics were one of the original franchises when the NBA got its start during the 1940s. The Bill Russell dynasty got its start during the 1950s. The 1960s were owned by the Boston Celtics. During the 1970s, the Celtics were the only team to win multiple championships, if you don't count the New York Knicks 1969-70 season, since half the season was during the 60s. Larry Bird and the Celtics continued this dominance in the 1980s, 3 championships, 5 NBA Finals appearances. After a decade of disappointment in the 1990s, Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, and Ray Allen won a 17th championship for the Boston Celtics after a 22-year absence during the 2007-2008 NBA season. But after a subsequent decade, 2010s, of disappointment again, we now have a new generation of Boston Celtics who have a team that could contend for a championship or championships. As of me recording this video, the Boston Celtics now have the best record in the NBA at 16-4. And Paul Pierce was asked in an interview. I'll put a link to this article in the pinned comment in the comments section below. He was asked to give his top 5 Boston Celtics players. Now, this is what he had to say. Quote, "I'm not going to include myself in this. My 5 greatest is for sure Bill Russell. You got to throw Bob Cousy in there. You got to throw Larry Bird in there. You got to throw the all-time leading scorer John Havlicek in there. Then for my last one, I got to go with KG." Now, I understand why he would put KG in there. KG, he played with KG. For what it's worth, in my opinion, and I don't see him being mentioned in this article, but in my opinion, I don't understand how the hell you don't even consider Sam Jones. Look, Sam Jones came into the NBA, I think, 1 year after Bill Russell. They both left the NBA the same season. 1968-69 was their last year. Sam Jones was the most clutch player on those teams. And while a lot of people always give Bill Russell credit for, quote-unquote, shutting down Wilt Chamberlain, as a matter of fact, I just heard Skip Bayless, or Skip Brainless, repeat that idiocy for like the millionth time. In reality, Wilt Chamberlain averaged 29 points and 29 rebounds a game against Bill Russell, while Russell averaged 23 points and 14 rebounds. So he was outscoring Bill Russell and severely out-rebounding him. But the difference in those series was in the backcourt, as I said before. It was the backcourt scoring, all right? It wasn't always the battle between Wilt and Bill Russell. Sometimes it was, but more generally, it was the fact that the teams that Wilt Chamberlain were on, for the most part, could not contend with the Boston Celtics backcourt. Sam Jones was a guy that was perennially putting up 20-plus points a game and had some series in his career when he was averaging nearly 30. He was the premier clutch performer on that team. And let's not forget that the brother won 10 championships. So yeah, to me, I mean, I think Paul Pierce should be in that conversation. I know he's not naming himself, But if you're not going to name Paul Pierce, where in the hell is Sam Jones? And if you're going to go with a big man, I would have to go with Dave Cowens, because Dave Cowens, even though he only won 2 championships, he did win a league MVP. So anyway, that's just my take on it. All the other players he named, Bill Russell, Larry Bird, Havlicek, I have no problem with them. But anyway, tell me what you guys think.